Me again, folks. Welcome back. Sheepdog Smokey here. This one is more of the same from the media in response to Virginia. Chris Hayes on MSNBC is twisting the entire thing. Of course, he does say, yes, it was peaceful, and that's good, but they're basically saying, we'll kill you, and that's not at all what was said. You'll notice that the people who are crowing about things like this don't talk about the multiple law enforcement officials who say they will not enforce unconstitutional laws. They simply twist what they see, and they do so in order to demand you obey them. Go on and watch what Chris had to say.
But the inescapable fact of this kind of event is that, yes, it's peaceful protest, it's First Amendment protected speech, but the implicit and explicit message of a bunch of heavily armed people marching on a state's capital is this: don't you dare enact your policies. If you do, we will use these guns against you. Joining me now is Will Sommer of the Daily Beast, who was on the ground at that huge rally today, and Vanita Gupta, former head of the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division in the Obama administration. Will, since you were there today, let me start with you. What was the scene like today?
Yeah, well, you saw it was quite a lot of folks and very heavily armed. I saw countless assault-style rifles. Folks with one guy had a giant sniper rifle, and as you say, it wasn't violent, but at the same time, there was you had a lot of militias out there, very heavily armored as well. So there was sort of this message that if necessary, these people do have weapons.
Yeah, Vanita, you're someone who has worked in civil rights law most of your career, and obviously, peaceable assembly to petition your government is protected under the First Amendment, even if you don't agree with people. I guess I struggle with just the implied message of armed folks, and sometimes the explicit message is that we will use these if you try to enact your laws.
I mean, I think there's no question when you look at those images and watch the TV screens of mostly white men marching armed to the hilt, the level of intimidation and fear that can stoke is terrifying. And actually, what the Virginia legislature did was enact the will of the people. But since our democracy has been overtaken and the NRA has an outside influence on so many state legislatures right now, thanks to actually a decision that the Supreme Court decided about 10 years ago in Citizens United. Tomorrow will be the 10th year anniversary. You've got this kind of smaller minority of folks that can come out and look like that and intimidate folks and go really kind of trying to intimidate also legislators from enacting the will of the people.
Well, there were some groups that didn't come. I mean, there was fears about violent groups coming.
And having watched that, as painful as it is to watch him, this is all we can really expect from the liberal media. Northam and the Virginia Democratic-controlled legislature said that basically they've tried everything. They said, we're going to cut your power and your phones and your cell phones and your internet, and then we're going to come confiscate your guns. And when the news of that got out, they backtracked and said, give us a registry. That's illegal and unconstitutional as well. So now they tried to say, we're going to put you in a cage with all the other protesters. And when that leaked out and it was proven to be the insanity it is, they backed off of that too. Up until Monday, we heard nothing but gnashing of teeth and weeping that it would be this horrible day and it would just be this violent bloodbath proving that guns are evil. None of it happened. Northam tried to crow that events were de-escalated, but no escalations happened. People showed up. They said the Pledge of Allegiance. They proved that they are peaceful people who simply do not want to give up their Second Amendment rights. And the biggest problem is that no one confronts the liars on the news channels when they lie. Chris Hayes twists this situation to say, yeah, they were peaceful this time, but they're really violent thugs who are just waiting for a chance to do something. No, they're not. I own a rifle. I own a shotgun. I own a pistol. I have my license to carry for the state of Texas. I pray every day I put that firearm on my hip that it stays there until I get home and I put it back and it's safe. Because even knowing that I would instantly use my firearm to defend my life, my family's life, or any innocent life, I know I don't want to go there. That is a step that will change a person. Look at the Sutherland Springs hero. Look at the man who stopped the shooter in White Settlement. Yes, They're not gibbering masses of just nerves, but you can tell, you can see it in their eyes, that they do not count themselves heroes, that they are a changed person. I'll do it if I have to. I pray I never have to. I pray people stop assaulting each other, stop killing each other, but I know we live in a world full of darkness. And honestly, as I see people like Hayes given worldwide platforms spew their hypocrisy and their angry vitriol, it just upsets me. And I can't sit back. I can't. I've gone a long time just posting a little thing on Facebook until I deleted Facebook. Posting a little bit on Twitter, although I'm getting close to deleting that after Jack proved once again he doesn't care what liberals say, only what conservatives say. I doubt that I'll be ignored here on YouTube forever. If I ever gain enough subscribers and view time and view hours and views to become monetized, I'm pretty sure I'll go the way of some of the other conservatives, where YouTube will demonetize and then they'll hide my videos and it'll just be, oh no, you're not allowed to say what we don't want you to say. And it's really very sad, because the people who are screaming that they have First Amendment rights while demanding we give up our Second Amendment rights are actively working to deny anyone who does not toe their line their First Amendment rights. Hayes is twisting the story, twisting the facts to paint these people as evil monsters because they showed up to let a person who has power know you are not a king. You are bound by the Constitution just as we are. So uphold it. I don't expect any of the liberal media to change, but I don't expect I'll stop pointing out their insanity and hypocrisy anytime soon. But that's long enough for me. Make sure to let me know what you think. Keep it civil. Keep it a conversation, not a screaming match. And as always, please remember to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you stay up to date with all new content. Until next time, have a wonderful day.